there's something weighing heavy on my mind. A question. A question that nobody has balls big enough to ask. Not even the strongest of souls with the biggest of muscles even have the courage to ask this question. Everyone is afraid, and every time I ask it, people dodge the question. I've been banned from conventions and been very respectfully and disrespectfully asked to leave every time I ask it. I have been banned from the White House in fear that there will be a second raid on the White House because I was brave enough to ask this question. This might put my life in danger, but I care not. I want to discover the truth, and so I will ask the question and possibly answer it right here, right now. Which Dragon Quest game has the best battle theme? And at this point, you're looking around the room, looking for doors for you to be able to escape this conversation, because all of the Dragon Quest soundtracks are really, really good. By Koichi Sugiyama, despite how maybe not so good of a person he might be in real life, we can't deny that he's pretty talented and he's left a pretty good history of really awesome songs in the Dragon Quest franchise. But the only way for a boy to grow into a man is to realize that not everything is hunky-dory, not everything is perfect. There are some songs that I might not like as much as some of the other ones. Maybe some songs are better than others. And so I have decided to create a tier list that I have right here of a bunch of Dragon Quest games. Obviously, a lot of these games have recycled songs from other games, especially stuff like Dragon Quest XI that has like pretty much one song from every game. And some of these don't even have battle music, or they're not even a part of the mainline series. This is a totally like different tier list that somebody else made on the internet, and I'm just repurposing it for this video. So I am mostly just going to be rating the mainline Dragon Quest games, with a couple of exceptions. I do want to add Dragon Quest Monsters and Dragon Quest Swords, and I think that's pretty much it, because most of the other games just have recycled versions of the mainline songs. So I have a video here that compiles all of the basic battle themes for all of the Dragon Quest games from 1 all the way to 10. I'm gonna have to look up one for 11 in a little bit, but yeah, this one has all of them in multiple versions as well. Right here in the comments, there's a guy that very conveniently laid out all of these ones. With the NES one, MSX, Super Famicom, for all of these different versions. And they even include the stuff for Dragon Quest Swords and Dragon Quest Monsters as well. Great, because those are the two games that I wanted to include in here. I also have a different playlist where you can see more orchestrated versions of these songs. These are pretty much going to be the final verdict right here. These are going to be the ones that are truly going to determine where these songs are going to land on the tier list, in my opinion. So let's get started. I already have in my mind a bunch of decisions of where I'm going to rank a lot of these games, but I think we should just go through them all one by one and just see where each one lands. Let's just start from Dragon Quest 1 and work our way up all the way to 11, and then some of the spin-offs. So let's begin with Dragon Quest 1. This is the battle theme from Dragon Quest 1 from the NES version. A monster draws near, probably the best version of the Dragon Quest 1 battle theme is either that or the fully orchestrated version. Not my favorite one, but you see, this is kind of why I don't really like this song. It's really repetitive, just brah, 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 brah. It just kind of does that the whole time, and the song doesn't really get good until later when it goes da 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 da. And even then, that part is better in the orchestrated version instead of this. I find the song kind of annoying just because it just does the one little thing over and over again. It just feels really repetitive. But you know, out of all of the different versions, I think the NES version and the orchestrated version are the better versions, because then there's all of these other versions in the middle that just sound even worse. Yeah. It just kind of like works its way up, brum, 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 and then when it gets to the top, it just goes up and down and up and down and up and down, 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 down. It just does that on a loop ad nauseum, and it just gets kind of annoying. But let's check out the other versions. How about the Game Boy version? Kind of crunchy. You see, this one is even worse, right? Because In the NES one, you can kind of hear a it's just a little bit more clear, you know? The Game Boy one is a little too crunchy. Like, you could hear kind of the notes, you know, go up in between. But here's just one big slide, right? Doing! It just sounds so much more annoying, you know? You know? Yeah, it just doesn't sound that good. What about the second half of the song? Yeah, not the best. How about Battle Road Victory? What's this one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this is the version that you can hear on the Switch version, and I think on the iOS version, the more orchestrated kind of sound. I think out of all of the versions, this is the best one, but even then is not the best. If you compare it to all of the other Dragon Quest themes. Yeah, like, at the end of the day, you can, like, overproduce it as much as you want. The structure is still very, like, wah, wah, wah. It's still the same annoying thing, right? But kind of the middle part of this is, it does get kind of good. You see this? You see here, after you get through that first loop, they kind of add more stuff to it, and it does sound a little bit better, but it just feels kind of disjointed, especially when you think about, like, the super simple, like, NES game, you know? It just feels... Think about it, right? It's just one party member fighting against, like, a slime, right? It just sounds so much more dramatic than what's actually happening on screen, right? It just doesn't really fit. This is the good part. And then, yeah. So here it gets a little bit more calm. This part is cool. They kind of added this in later. Because, like, in the NES and Game Boy version, it just kind of loops back around again to bram, bram. And here they're sort of adding a bit of, like, a more suspenseful, foreboding kind of thing. Ooh. It's like you're walking through a cave or something. And towards later on, they add like a ta-da-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. This is just kind of cool. Go a bit forward. Here. Ram, ram, ram. You see, by the time you get to this part of the song, the battle is already way over. Yes. And then it goes back to that, yeah. That whole little part, that's so good. But it still doesn't really excuse the fact that you have to wait through a whole bunch of, like, really annoying loops that I'm not a big fan of. The song does have its moments, but I think I'm gonna have to put it on the lowest tier for me. Where even is it? Oh, here it is. There we go. Metal Slime Fleas. I'm just working with what, you know, was already here on this tier list. I could totally change it if I wanted to. I think I'm gonna get a little bit ahead of myself here, and I'm gonna put the Dragon Quest II theme on here as well. I've heard it a bunch, not just on Dragon Quest II, but in a bunch of other different games, and it's really not my favorite. It feels like a jumbled mess of, like, 6 different melodies just kind of, like, smashed together into one song. It's like Sugiyama couldn't decide what kind of song he wanted to make, so he just took, like, a bunch of little pieces from other different songs and just, you know, squeezed them together, and it just doesn't sound very good. There we go. Dragon Quest II NES theme. Doesn't sound like a battle, sounds like a dance. Da-da-da-da-da. Sounds like you're about to pull a prank on somebody. So this is one melody. The second one. This is typical. The third one. And here's where it kind of falls apart. The fourth one. And the fifth one. It's like a bunch of little things that don't necessarily connect, right? It's like just okay, one thing and then the other thing and then the other one is just a jumbled mess of stuff, and I don't like it, you know. In terms of the actual sound of it, like the sound chip and stuff, I like this sound, you know. NES songs are good at being catchy. That and the Game Boy version I think is pretty good. But, yeah, when you get to the orchestrated version, it just sounds so messy. And then it loops back around. So how about Super Famicom? This could be in, like, Dragon Quest VIII, the Japanese version, with the meaties. A little better. But again, yeah. Yeah, da-dun, 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 is like somebody's walking and they're tripping over, right? Da-dun, 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 dun, dun, dun. It's just like, it just, there's no transition from one to the other. I hate it. It's so distracting when I'm like playing like Dragon Quest Heroes or something and I hear the stupid battle theme. I think I dislike this one more than Dragon Quest 1, because at least with Dragon Quest 1, you can be like, if you wait a little bit, it kind of gets to some good parts. But here is just like 5 different things mushed together, and it just doesn't make sense to me. Bam. Yeah, and it just loops back around. How about the more orchestrated one? It sounds nicer because of the instrumentation, because it's an orchestra, right? But, or at least meaties that have better, yeah. Just because it sounds like an orchestra doesn't mean that it is an orchestra. You know, there's so many, like, MIDI samples that sound very convincing. This is definitely, like, MIDI-based. This is definitely not a full orchestra. But it just sounds a bit more, you know, it sounds a bit more real. Yeah, no thank you. Yeah, no, even with nicer sounding midis, I'm not super into it. Where's the orchestrated playlist? Right here. Let's go back to the Dragon Quest 1 and see if that one sounds any different. It sounds pretty much the same, but listening to this with full instruments really helps convey the possible desperation in battle when your gear is lousy, level low, and you've run out of herbs and MP. Yeah, and you're the one and only party member that exists in the whole game, right? The most scary combat theme, one of my favorites. With the orchestra, it does sound a little better. It's still, you know, all of my comments still stand on this one. So here's fully orchestrated Dragon Quest II theme. Is it just me or does it go out of beat? You know, dun 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 dun. Like, even like trying to keep the beat, it's kind of inconsistent. Yeah, the offset notes and fluctuating tempo honestly make this, if not my favorite battle song, you're crazy. I don't agree. Sorry, dude. It's like all of the shitty parts make this my favorite. But whatever, that's just my opinion. I'm not a music expert. Maybe the guy, maybe this guy has been composing and orchestrating music for 50 years, and I don't know, right? You know, I'm not as galaxy-brained as other people to know what real music is like, but I listen to it and I just get annoyed. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. But then, yeah, so I already put it here. Metal Slime Fleas, for sure. At least for me, my Metal Slime Fleas when I hear it. And so now let's go over to Dragon Quest 3. So all of the bad songs are kind of out of here at this point. It's just Dragon Quest 1 and 2 that are kind of like the black sheep of the series. From here, moving forward, like, it just goes up. It just keeps getting better and better and better as the games move on. So don't worry if you guys thought I was going to crap all over the soundtracks. Don't worry. It's pretty much just these 2 games. The rest of them are fire and even more fire. All right, battle theme, Dragon Quest 3 NES. Fighting Spirit. Ooh, this one immediately. This is on NES, so like you can feel like there's a lot of depth, right? Just like a little like like a little drum beat kind of setting the tone. Yeah, you have like 2 different things in the background, and then in the foreground you have the main melody. Like there's depth to the song, right? As opposed to the NES one that was just brah brah. And here you got like multiple layers to it, all on the same console. Vast improvement. Yeah. It's not a Koichi Sugiyama composition. It's not a Dragon Quest song without those like those rapid fire notes, right? Right? And even in Dragon Quest 2, you also had that, right? Where you had, also again, and then in Dragon Quest 4, you're also gonna hear something very similar. Like those like rapid fire notes that they like to throw around. That's very iconic of Dragon Quest. Very catchy. Yeah, here it goes. Very good. Very good. You see, this one is kind of similar to Dragon Quest 2 in that it has a bunch of like different kinds of melodies going on, but here it feels like they flow a lot better, right? I just, from Dragon Quest 3 forward, it just becomes so much better. Let's listen to the Super NES version. So, I got the Super NES version just wired here in my brain because I've been playing the Japanese version, the Super NES version of Dragon Quest 3 with the fan translation, and I've heard the song a million times, that and the Switch version. You see, this one is so much better. Look at it. It even has some chiptune-y kind of sound to it there in the background, right? Still. Yeah, this is just like gold standard battle theme, right? This might sound, generic by today's standards, but knowing that Dragon Quest is like the granddaddy in most modern day RPGs, this kind of set the standard for all the other ones coming later. Sugiyama loves doing that. He loves his little roller coaster notes, going. That was the whole Dragon Quest 1 theme, and then with Dragon Quest 4 is going to be the same thing with, and then you're gonna go back, it's just a lot of going up and then going down and then going up and then going down and then the rapid fire notes and then the roller coaster are going up and down. Those are like one of the two like trademarks of Sugiyama's music. And then, okay, so Game Boy, you see, this Game Boy one is pretty good. I've played like so much Dragon Quest 3 throughout like 4 different consoles, and all of the battle themes are pretty fire on all the versions. This one is kind of slow. I forget how slow it is when you directly compare it to all the other ones. Wait, what? No, this is the Dragon Quest 2 one. What the hell? There we go. I'm a moron. There we go. This makes a lot more sense. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this might be my favorite version of the battle theme, the Game Boy version, and I stupidly and accidentally went for the Dragon Quest 2 one, and I'm like, this sounds weird. Like, just get to that part. Yeah. The little in-between part sounds a little jumbled, right? Sounds like a mishmash of noise, right? Just wait till it gets there. Like you're just taking a bunch of like chiptunes and running them through a blender. That's like, technical limitations on the part of the Game Boy, right? But it does sound a little too, somebody just vomited a bunch of like chiptune notes. Yeah. Somebody didn't know what to do in LSDJ, and they just put a bunch of random stuff in there, just But generally, it's pretty good. I think I prefer this version over any other version, honestly. But then we'll bring up the orchestral version, and that's a different story, I think. Yeah, this part is so good. You can still feel that depth. Yeah, it just sounds great. And then it loops back around. So, let's see. Battle Road... I don't know what Battle Road Victory is. Probably some re-release. So again, still meaties, but they just sound a little better. Oh yeah, so this is from the Switch version, right? Switch iOS version. Mobile game. Maybe not. This sounds nicer than the Switch version, I think. Sounds a bit more full. Yeah. Yeah, this is not the Switch version. It sounds very similar to the Switch version, but it's not. I remember the Switch version having like less instrumentation going on. That sounds cool. Sounds pretty good. Okay, so let's go and listen to this version. I think this feels more similar to the Switch version. I don't know, man. There's so many different versions of all the Dragon Quest games. It's difficult to pinpoint where all of these are at. Yeah, this is the version, man. This is the best version. The Game Boy version than this. Yeah, it just sounds so good. And this is like a full orchestral kind of thing, right? Like a lot of these songs kind of loop at around the minute and a half mark, or sometimes even less than that. But yeah, this is a full like 6-minute thing, so they obviously include more stuff in here. But let's see how much further it goes. Yeah, and here they include other songs that doesn't necessarily fit with the battle theme, but yeah, this is fire. I like this one. I think Dragon Quest 3, I don't know if it's S tier because I do actually no, you know what, screw it. Yeah, it is S tier. I love it. I think Dragon Quest 3, not only is it one of the better games, but is also, you know, has one of the better battle themes as well. I ended up putting it on S tier instead of very good because I'm just thinking about all the other soundtracks that are going to be coming up, and I think, yeah, this one stands pretty tall with the best ones. Look at the difference here, you know? It's like Metal Slime Fleas to S tier immediately. Talk about improvements. I just realized that this is going to be a very long video because it's 11 games, and I'm like taking my time with all of these soundtracks, but whatever. Let's do Dragon Quest 4 now, Battle for the Glory. So, my big track record here with Dragon Quest 4 is mostly the Nintendo DS game, which is not the best version. But ever since then, I got the iOS version of Dragon Quest 4, and I've been playing that a lot because it has the party chat included and all that stuff. And I even downloaded somewhere on the internet like a ROM that has like the party chat stuff included. It's like a mod, you know, like some fan-made mod version of Dragon Quest 4 that has all of that included, and you can play it on your DS. But yeah, my memory mostly comes from that DS soundtrack. I've never actually played Dragon Quest 4 on NES or PlayStation 1 or this Battle Road Victory thing. So it's mostly just been DS and the iOS version, and then apparently there's like a Dragon Quest 10 version of it. So let's just check all of these. Oh yeah. It's so weird. What did I tell you? So yeah, like I recognize the song, but it just sounds so foreign to me because this is not the version that I know. Could you believe that this is still on NES? Dragon Quest 4? Da-da-da! Yeah. So this is the best part. Here. This is the cool part. This is what really makes this soundtrack. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah. You know, just going down, and then going up, and then going down, and then going up. Yeah, that sounds cool. Was it the I didn't even know there was a PlayStation 1 version of Dragon Quest 4, so let's see. Yeah. Nicer samples here. Yeah, this sounds... Yeah, like an older version of all of these orchestrated ones that I know. This sounds pretty good. Not as punchy as the NES one, or any future one, actually. Sounds a little muffled, but yeah, this is the song that I know. Da-da-da. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, the good part? Ba, 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 ba. Sounds like a big fat guy is chasing you. Good. DS? Yeah, so this is the one that I recognized immediately. I remember hating this song when I was a kid, because it just sounded really repetitive to me. Yeah, I'd say maybe the PlayStation 1 version sounds better than this. Now let's hear. Yeah. Battle Road Victory. This sounds a little nicer. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this one sounds alright. Each one kind of sounds a little bit more full, you know, than the other one. Dragon Quest X. So I've been playing a lot of Dragon Quest X recently, but I haven't caught up to any point of the story where I would hear this battle theme anywhere. I don't know where I would find the song. This sounds worse than the Battle Road Victory one. They had like crappier meaties for this one. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. You see, this part sounds cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like this one. I don't think I like it as much as Dragon Quest 3 or whatever, but yeah, Tokyo Metropolitan Symphony version. Let's hear this one, because I think after playing Dragon Quest 11 and getting to like that little tournament arc, I think the fully orchestrated version of the 4 theme is probably my favorite version. This one is where like undeniably, like, you know, even though I'm really biased towards like NES Game Boy-ish chiptune sounds, I think this one is just so much better. Now, of course, the opening doesn't sound as punchy, right? It doesn't hype you up as much as everything that comes later. Being my first real Dragon Quest experience on the DS, I'm so happy this is in Smash. In Dragon Quest 11, the music track you use in arena battles. Yeah, that's what I was saying. A Dragon Quest represented in Smash Brothers. This battle theme and the normal battle theme should be included. Da-da-dun. Ah. Sorry for my nose. Yeah, this just sounds so much cooler. That start gives me chills. Definitely a favorite. Yeah, it's cool. Invincible. Oof. Oh, and it just loops back around. This is an 8-minute track. Gosh, obviously they add more stuff to it, right? But yeah, I like this one a lot. I think I'm gonna put Dragon Quest 4. Where is it? I don't see Dragon Quest 4 in here. Here it is. I'm gonna put it on very good. Yeah, just lower than Dragon Quest 3. It's cool. I remember growing up not really liking this song at all, but as I've grown up, it's grown on me. I've, you know, started to kind of, you know, warm up to it a little better, and yeah, I quite like it. It's above average, you know? Okay, now we're getting into the really good stuff. So, this is Dragon Quest V, one of the best Dragon Quest games and one of the best video games just in general. Also has a banging battle theme. Very, very good battle theme. So, we got a pretty good variety here. We got Super NES, PlayStation 2, DS, and Battle Road Victory, and we got the orchestrated version over here. So, let's take a look. So this one is probably my least favorite version. I think like even the DS version is better than this one. Because all of the other later versions just add so much more depth and you know? It has like more reverb, more scale. It just has like a bigger presence. And this one, it's like, it's so weird. Like the Dragon Quest 3 theme on Super Nintendo, like on the same console, I would say sounds better than this one. It's weird. I guess you see, Dragon Quest 3 when it was re-released on Super Nintendo used the engine, I think, for Dragon Quest 6. You know, so like the latest and greatest on Super NES before moving on to PlayStation 1 and stuff with Dragon Quest 7. So the Dragon Quest 3 was using like a later thing, and so I guess maybe it just sounded better with the newer engine or whatever. But yes, I do remember Dragon Quest 5 and Super Nintendo looking a little bit more funky and older looking than Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3, right? When they were re-released on Super NES. So yeah, maybe it's just a consequence of the times, just not having the technology at the time to really make the song kind of shine, right? Yeah. Oh, those fart trumpets. Oh yeah, I would even go as far as to say that it just sounds bad. It's just, yeah, pretty terrible version of one of the best battle themes. So the PlayStation 2 version is a Japanese release that we never got over here in America. The only way that you can play it is through a fan translation. That's what I've been playing. It's really good. A fully 3D rendered remake of Dragon Quest V. And that game had an orchestrated soundtrack, kind of like the American version of 8. You can get very confused with all of these different versions and what version has what and what version doesn't have certain things. So yeah, you got to be very clear about that. But yeah, PS2 orchestrated, really great. So yeah, probably my favorite version out of all of these. And again, this is coming from a guy that mostly has played the DS version and the iOS version. Yeah, just fully orchestrated. Bum 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 bum. Just the melodies are so catchy. Dun 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 dun. Feels like urgent, you know? It feels like you're fighting something challenging. Like you're gonna die if you don't take this seriously. And here. Yeah, and like those violins. And it gets better. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, there's just so much going on in this song. I love it. There. And then they... So good. Oh, and it's not over yet, because they loop back around to the first part again, but they add more melodies to it. They make it sound more epic. You know, it just sounds so good. Those trumpets. Yeah, so good. And then kind of bringing back that Dragon Quest 4 kind of feel. Again, Sugiyama with the roller coasters. And that's a transition kind of to starting it back around again. Dun 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 dun. So good. Look, I'm gonna listen to some of the other versions, but Jesus Christ, that's S tier right there, bar none, seriously. And then the DS version, which, again, this is the one that I am, like, the most acquainted with, growing up and, you know, playing it recently on iOS. The DS one is the one that's kind of, like, the most wired in my head right now. Which, obviously, when comparing it to... It's kind of unfair, right? Comparing it to the PS2 version that has the full orchestra and stuff. It sounds bad by comparison, but it's still a good version. In fact... The iOS version of Dragon Quest V, it doesn't have the same one from the DS version. Like, the DS version has, like, an older, more simple, meaty kind of soundtrack, and this one sounds a little nicer. It sounds very similar, but you can tell the difference. It is a newer version. Yeah, like, it still kind of hits the point, you know, it's cool where it matters, right? It doesn't flake out on any of the parts. It feels just as punchy as the orchestrated one, right? Despite the MIDI sounding a little shittier and stuff, it's still... It does good where it matters. Yes. You know, it still sounds good. Yeah, like... I still feel it, you know? It sounds older, but the depth is still kind of there, structurally. And here, you know? What instrument even is this, right? Then, this part. It still sounds good. How about the... okay, Battle Road to Victory. So this one might just be very similar to the PS2 version. Yeah. Very similar, but not quite. Yeah, it sounds alright. Yeah, I think it just doesn't compare to the orchestrated version, right? From the PS2 version. Although I think this one, like even this one sounds a little different, right? It might be the same one, but I doubt it. Okay, I know we listened to the same theme like a million times, but I swear this is the last time we'll hear it. It sounds good. I kind of like the PS2 version better. Dragon Quest Battles seems so much harder once you play the game. Yeah, when you're thinking about where you're at when you hear the song, it's so much better. I mean, the boys going to fight Bjorn. Ooh. Yeah, it still sounds great. We need a PS4 and PS5 remake? I would actually be down if they just remastered the PS2 version, you know? They just translated it in English. That would be easier, you know? Because Square Enix has, like, no confidence in, like, you know, Dragon Quest games doing good over here in America. That's why we don't get most of them. Or at least not in terms of spin-offs and stuff. It'd be cool if it would be a lot easier for them to just remaster the PS2 one and then just translate it instead of having to, like, totally remake it. Because they're already remaking 3, right? So, like... Now, how many more remakes do we have to ask for before they're, like, done, right? Yeah, it gets better over time. Sounds like Defending a Town music to me. The darkest in the series. PS2 version has an orchestral soundtrack. Yeah, it's a tiny bit better than the PS2 one. Ah, it hits hard. Sound like something out of Star Wars? Yeah. Yeah, this is great. This is great. Let's go to Dragon Quest 6 right now before I go. But yeah, S tier. Absolutely. Now, there's also another song that I totally skipped from Dragon Quest 4 called The Gypsy Dance, which is the theme song that you hear when the two purple-haired sisters are kind of running around on their own. And so it's sort of like a dancey kind of, you know, thing. Yeah, gypsy dance, as it says. Let's hear all the different versions. Yeah, this sounds cool. I actually like it in NES. Ooh. Yeah, this sounds really good. Yeah. This was a fun little surprise to hear in the middle of Dragon Quest IV when you're going through their chapters. You don't expect a different battle theme, which is weird. This is like the only other battle theme for anything that's not like the main hero. No, I think I like the NES version a little better. It just sounds a little punchier, you know? This just kind of blends in a really monotone kind of way. So yeah, the DS version. I don't remember it sounding this bad. Oh yeah, I don't remember it sounding like this. But yeah, it is a good song. Dragon Quest X. Ooh. I've never heard this version. Ooh. That little orchestra in the background. Oh, wow. This is a much deeper version. Ooh. I like... I'm gonna sound weird, but I really like all of the melodies in the background, you know, as opposed to the main melody on the foreground. Yeah! This might be my favorite version, damn. Yeah, this song doesn't really appear all that often in other games. How about the iOS version? Okay, yeah, this is the version that I remember. Yeah, I don't know why, I just completely blanked out on the DS version, but, you know, I've been playing this version recently, so I guess this one is just more fresh in my memory. Yeah, this is the one that I remember. Yeah, no, that Dragon Quest X version just blew me away. I didn't think it sounded that good. Dun, da, 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 da. It's nice. It sounds like... Yeah, it really does sound like the kind of song that, you know, a Dragon Quest dancer would dance to. But yeah, very good. I was actually thinking of maybe putting it down here on good, but because of that Gypsy song and the Dragon Quest X version, I think I'm pretty okay putting it on very good. Yeah, that kind of bumped it up for me. That was good. Anyway, moving on, we got Dragon Quest VI, Courageous Fight. So here, no more NES stuff. Oh, so sad. Or no Game Boy version either, so no more chiptune-y kind of sounding songs. Now it's Super Famicom, DS, and Battle Road to Victory. So let's go Super Famicom. This one does some very like shonen, Dragon Ball sounding. Yeah, this is like a Dragon Ball fight. Hoo-ha, hee-ha, hoo-ha, you know? The version's cool. Yeah. Ooh. This is like the kind of song that Dragon Quest II wanted to be, but it couldn't. Yeah, this sounds really, really great. I don't think I've ever heard the Super Nintendo version, but it sounds awesome. I mostly remember the DS version and the orchestrated version. I know that Dragon Quest VI is kind of the black sheep of the series, in the same way as Dragon Quest like 1 and 2 are kind of like the least liked ones. Dragon Quest VI is also pretty disliked. I don't agree with most of the criticisms. I think Dragon Quest VI stands pretty tall with the better ones, I would say. But, you know, that is its own special discussion. A lot of people don't like it. I like 6 a lot, but, you know. But I've never really played it anywhere near as much as I have Dragon Quest V, that I've played that game like 20 different times. Dragon Quest VIII I've played a million times. I'm playing through 11 right now, 11S, like, you know. I've played through pretty much every Dragon Quest game, like, multiple times, but 6 is kind of that one where, like, I haven't even beaten once. So, you know, I don't have that much to speak of on it, but I do know that what I've played, I have enjoyed a lot. And this battle theme might be one of the best ones. Bum, bum, bum. Ooh. It just builds to good... Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. The fucking meaties, man, they sound so silly. They have become a part of Dragon Quest identity at this point, right? Because they just sound so... It's so memorable how shit they sound. Nintendo DS. Yeah, there we go. Better. Better. Typical. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. You hear that a lot. Ooh. Yes. Yeah, that little like that whole part, it just that really seals the deal, right? That goes from like, I like this song, and then you hear and it's like, okay, I love this song now. You go from liking it to loving it when you hear that part. Yeah, and it just builds. Yeah. It's so actiony, right? It just sounds, in comparison to all the others, it just sounds so fast and urgent, you know? It's almost like a precursor to the Dragon Quest VIII theme, right? I feel like it would fit very well in that one. I would love to hear this in a more orchestrated setting. Not quite there. Not quite there where I want it. But I do like this one a lot. This one... Where do I rank it, man? Yeah. Okay, let's listen to the orchestrated one. I feel like that one is gonna make me cream my pants. Sugiyama's like the John Williams of Japan. I don't know if I go that far, but he is pretty talented. Yeah, like Nobuo Uematsu's more like the Hans Zimmer of Japan. The volume is a little low on this. Bump it up. This grandpa's a genius. It sounds weird. Just like the recording of it just sounds very dead and just low volume. I can't really enjoy it. It's good on its own, but the SNES version is original, unique among all the battle theme. The bassline to beat the DS version hands it even more with the drums chiptune. Yeah, ironically, I think maybe the DS version of Dragon Quest VI might be my favorite version that I've heard so far. I thought this orchestrated one would just totally blow me away, and it sounds kind of dead. It sounds a little hollow. But again, this might be just the YouTube upload of this, just not sounding as punchy. But anyway, that doesn't stop it from, you know, not being on S tier. I absolutely like it. I apologize if the vast majority of the soundtracks end up here. The only bad ones, the only ones that I really didn't like are just 1 and 2. The rest of them are still, you know, pretty awesome. Okay, and now for the Dragon Quest battle theme that I always forget. It leaves my memory. It just in one ear and out the other every time I hear it. Even though I've played Dragon Quest VII a ton of times, I still, for the life of me, can't remember how the song goes. So let's listen to Dragon Quest VII Fighting Spirit. So yeah, originally on PlayStation 1, then a 3DS remake. So let's hear it. Apparently there's 2 versions, both 3DS. Oh yeah. Dun 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 dun. This one kind of sounds like the Gypsy dance, you know? It's a little slow. How is this a battle theme? Yeah, it's just very slow. I remember the 3DS one being like at least a little faster, making it sound a bit more battle-ish. Yeah, this one is very gypsy dance style, but not as melodic or nice sounding. 3DS version, Japanese. Alright, immediately on the orchestral side, I guess. Ooh, is this just deadass just an orchestra or no? Because I know that the 3DS version in America had MIDIs. I don't know if the Japanese version had an orchestra. Yeah, there might be an orchestra. If not, then these are some really good MIDI samples if it ain't. This one sounds nicer, but I still don't get the battle part of it. Very jumpy, very bouncy. Bum 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 bum. Alright. It's picking up. It sounds like... It sounds like it doesn't really know what to do, you know? It's like, come up with a melody. Da 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 da. You know, just like it's trying. It sounds like they're trying to make up a melody on the spot. You know, it just sounds kind of awkward. How about the NA and PAL version, Battle Road Victory and 3DS? Oh yeah. Immediately doesn't sound as good. Yeah, this sounds like the Japanese version of Dragon Quest VIII. Yeah, I just don't think it's very good. Yeah, every time I hear it, I remember why I don't remember it, right? Because it's just not as interesting as the other ones. Yeah, and this orchestrated version is the 3DS Japanese thing, which we already heard. Well, I do like the Japanese version of it, just because it just sounds better in comparison to the MIDIs, but it's just not... I wouldn't put it above the Dragon Quest IV theme. So it's just good. I don't know if I put it closer to maybe down here. Actually, yeah, normal. It's not bad, but like it's just very you know? Normal. All right, now we're moving to Dragon Quest VIII. This is the one that this is the game in general that I am the most familiar with. This is my very first Dragon Quest game. I fell in love with it. Maybe not as much back then, but growing up, definitely revisiting it, I got super engrossed in it. And I think this game, just in general, not just with the battle theme, but like the soundtrack in its entirety is one of the best soundtracks in the entire Dragon Quest series. Of course, it's my first game, and I grew up with it, so obviously I'm super biased. But, yeah, the battle theme is just, like, god tier in comparison to any of the others. And so this is the crappy Japanese version that they got in Japan. We got the better one. We got the orchestrated version in North America. But let's listen to this one. This is also the version that you can see in Smash Brothers, which is a shame. Yeah, you see, like... It just doesn't sound good. It almost sounds like the Dragon Quest VII theme, right? You know, really crappy, muffled kind of MIDIs. You know, just the samples are just not that good, right? There are so many songs out there in video games that sound like a full orchestra. Like, you know, they did the whole song like that, but it wasn't an orchestra, right? It's just really, really good MIDI samples. And so, I just don't know why they keep using these crappy, like, Super Nintendo level MIDIs when, and even then, like, the Dragon Quest 3 theme sounds so much better than, like, the 5 one on Super Nintendo, right? So it's just inconsistency on their part of, like, what samples you're using and what you know, what quality it is. But it just sounds awful, with the MIDIs. With 8, right? Because... When you hear the orchestrated version, it's a freaking night and day difference. Like, you don't even know. But it's a great... Dun, da, da, dun, da, 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 da. It's a tried and true battle theme. It really does feel like a battle theme. Da, da, dun, da, 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 dun. Ba, 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 dun. It just sounds so... I just think it represents Dragon Quest very, very well, right? Because when it's a battle, obviously it sounds a bit more serious and epic, right? It's very actiony, but towards the end, it kind of has this bouncy bum 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 bum, where it sort of evokes the lightheartedness, the sense of humor, the cartoony kind of sense that Dragon Quest also has, right? Because Dragon Quest is a lot of things. It can be dark and sad, but it's also very silly, especially in the North American version, where, like, they rewrite all of the Japanese puns to be English puns, and it just sounds even sillier. So, and a lot of the names get changed as well. So, yeah, it's a little bit of both, right? It shows kind of like the duality of Dragon Quest, the kind of serious, action-y kind of bit, and then the silly, cartoony kind of bit, right? And that's also reflected on, like, Toriyama's art style, and I think is just really, really great. the best one that really, like, just screams Dragon Quest. I think the de facto best way to represent Dragon Quest is through this battle theme. But now we have to look at the other one. So PlayStation 2 NA and PAL, and then Battle Road Victory. So let's listen to the PS2 one. This is the one that really, like, I cream my pants for it every time. There we go. Yeah. Just like the reverb just gives it like scale, you know? Yeah, it just doesn't compare to the media. The trumpets really, you know, they scream at you. Yeah. It just sounds full, right? It sounds complete. Sounds so good. Got that roller coaster in there. Yeah, it's so good. And then what's the next one? The Battle Road Victory one? I don't even know what this Battle Road Victory thing is. I gotta look it up. Because if all of these games have, like, versions of the battle theme, then I want to know what this is. Let me look it up. Dragon Quest Monster Battle Road Victory. 2010 Dragon Quest game released for the Nintendo Wii. It is related to the Japan-only arcade game, Dragon Quest Monster Battle Road. Oh, I see. It's like an arcade game. Players were able to customize their character's appearance, similar to Dragon Quest 9. They introduced a few new monsters. Okay. But what is it, though? Japanese arcade games, alright. Alright. Okay, this looks fun. Dolphin 5.0. Hold on, show me gameplay of this. Oh, did I just see Mori there? Oh, there's some monsters. I guess some slimes. Oh, okay. Yeah, this reminds me of the Dragon Ball Heroes card game. And you're hearing the battle themes. I can hear it. Yeah, and I guess it's from 1 all the way to 8. Yeah, you pick out the little tutorial, picking out your cards and stuff. Yeah, what a mix of a bunch of different songs. Oh, you look like the sun from Dragon Quest V. Yeah, it's just a mixture of a ton of different themes. Kogeki, Ooh. Why can't we get a Dragon Quest game like this that looks all cinematic and stuff? Ooh. I like these animations. Ah, man. I hate it when we don't get these games. But anyway, yeah, okay. Now I know where they're from, because I was just confused this entire time. It's like, what is Battle Road Victory? Why, well, why are these, like, all these battle themes showing up in just, like, one game? Turns out it's an arcade game. So that makes a lot more sense. But yeah, going back to the topic at hand, the Dragon Quest battle theme for 8 is bliss. Absolute bliss. Best game ever? You said it. That look Angelo is giving to the hero. Hey. And he's confused, like, why are you looking at me like that? Hero walks into a slime, the whole orchestra in the bushes. Good news, we got the song in Smash. Bad news is the MIDI version because Sugiyama said so. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm glad that the 8 theme is in Smash. Too bad it's like the crappiest version. Dun, dun, dun. This battle theme is just so dominant with the instruments. It's upbeat and with stomach turning too. I love it. Yeah. Such a great version. But Dingling F was not impressed. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of cheating here, and I'm gonna show off another song from Dragon Quest VIII. Another reason for why this soundtrack is S tier is because of the boss battle theme, which is also so incredible. There could be a whole other video that we could do just on the boss battle themes, right? But pretty much all of them are really, really good. But this one in particular is super good. Yes! Boss battle time. DQ games are way too underrated in the West. Exactly. Nostalgia draws near. This little melody. And fully orchestrated too. Da-da-dun, da-da-dun. When you're handed your final exam. The fact that it can't change the boss theme in DQ11 to this is a war crime. Yeah. It is a war crime. Unless you get the full Dragon Quest 8 set. Seen 8 in Smash this morning, just made my whole life. Please be a remix of this. Aw, man. It would be so great if it was, but, shit just got real, exactly. The best RPG ever made. Better than FF7? I don't know. I'd say they're about on the same level. This will always be my favorite game ever, and the most orchestral thing I've ever heard. Fucking love it. The moment the song plays, it just shouts at you. Shit just got real, people. Unless you want to die, fight for your life. So bombastic and energetic. Exactly. That's why I love this boss battle theme so much. Better and more exciting than Dragon Quest XI's boss theme? I'd say so, yeah. I would like it better. I love it when he goes full Super Saiyan purple hair dye. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of cheating by including the boss battle theming here, but screw it, man. Screw it. This is not only one of the best Dragon Quests, but one of the best soundtracks. Absolutely S tier. Gave it to me, injected into my veins. Absolutely. I love it, I love it, I love it. So now, instead of going to Dragon Quest IX, there's actually a spin-off title here called Dragon Quest Swords, which is a Wii exclusive title that was about like, you know, it's almost like a first-person perspective, almost like, it was almost on rails, right? Where you would just like hit people with your sword. It was actually a pretty fun game, from what I can remember. It's been years. But, yeah, Go for Broke is the name of this title. It only has one version, which is the Wii version, and never had any orchestrated version or anything like that. It's rare that you get a new battle theme out of a spinoff, because usually they just recycle older songs and stuff. So, let's hear it. Pretty good. Ooh. Very melodic. What does this remind me of? Oh. This reminds me of, like, if the Gypsy battle from Dragon Quest IV had a boss battle theme. If it was just the Gypsy Dance boss battle edition, it'd probably be this. Yeah, I like it. Dun, dun. Ooh. I forgot the song was like this. Oh, yeah. Definitely Dragon Quest IV vibes with that trumpet and stuff. It just gets you so pumped up and excited. I like it. I like it a lot. I didn't remember the song was a thing. Got some DQ6 kind of vibes going in there, too. Wow. I like it. I'm gonna put that, Dragon Quest Swords, I'm gonna put that on very good. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, okay, and then this is Dragon Quest 9, right? I won't lose. All right, so DS and Battle Road to Victory. I guess I went all the way up to 9. Yeah, let's listen to this one. So again, Dragon Quest 9 is a bit of a weird case because there's only been one version of it, just the DS version, in a franchise where pretty much every single game has gotten a remake somehow. Dragon Quest 9 is like a really strange sticking out point where, it's never gotten a remake, but it's one of the better Dragon Quests. It's kind of like Dragon Quest 3, in the sense that you build your own character and you recruit all of these classes and stuff. It was mainly supposed to be a multiplayer game, but obviously ever since then, the DS, the servers and the multiplayer aspect of it has shut down ever since then, so you can't play multiplayer with other people on DS. But still, by itself, it has this very DQ3 kind of feeling where you build your own party and you level them up and stuff, and you customize their look, and it's fun. It's cool. I don't remember this battle theme being as good as any of these other ones, but it's not bad. It's not like 1 and 2, right? But yeah, let's hear it. It's been a while. I remember getting really, really addicted to Dragon Quest IX on my DS, but I was getting close to the end of the game and I bumped into this one boss battle that was like the tiger guy, like Osei or something. I forget. It was a big tiger furry dude. And he didn't have any magic. He just had nothing but physical attacks. But the guy hit like a truck and he killed me in 2 hits every time. And no matter how much I grinded, he would always kill me. And when I looked up a walkthrough and stuff, apparently I was like right at the end of the game. It was like him and like 3 other boss battles and that was it. I would beat it. So like, yeah, that was an impossible thing. I couldn't beat him, so I just stopped. And I haven't played the game ever since. I might actually revisit it. Or I might play it again. I might like maybe record myself playing it or something, because I remember having a very, very good time playing Dragon Quest IX. But yeah, those boss battles, man, it's one of the toughest DQ games out there. But yeah, let's hear the battle theme. Yeah. Very Chrono Trigger-ish, right? Sounds a lot like Chrono Trigger with the hoo, you know, with the little sound in the back. I don't know. Got some Dragon Quest II vibes out of this one, where like just a lot of different things mashed together. Oh. Like it sounds less actiony and it sounds more like mysterious and foreboding, right? There's almost like a strange feeling coming out of it. Probably because of the heavenly aspect to it, because Dragon Quest IX, obviously, you play as a celestial, like a fallen angel and all that stuff. There's like the afterlife or whatever, angels and ghosts and people dying all over the place. So maybe it is supposed to be like an ominous, foreboding kind of thing where there's some dun 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 kind of like, you know, sitting out in the backdrop, but like in the forefront there's a lot of like droning kind of noises, like oh, you know. So maybe it was trying to go for a different feeling. But yeah, I just don't think it's that good in comparison to all the other ones, especially after 8, you know. And I would love to hear the song orchestrated. I want to see if the 9 one. Much better already. You see, so now this one is a little different. This one has a different take on it. This one prioritizes different parts, right? Because in the DS version, it prioritizes the foreboding kind of like droning kind of noise. And here, it takes other aspects of it and like elevates it, right? So here, it does still feel kind of suspenseful, but it feels more actiony, right? Right? Yeah. It prioritizes other parts. Better, but I don't know. What a powerful song to make the Dragon Quest series look serious, which is kind of true. It's a layer of epic. Yeah, definitely like ominous, right? Every time I hear this, say goodbye to all my party members and have my gold. If they include this in Smash, I'll be in tears. Beat this game when I was 12. Dragon Quest 8-esque feel. I wasn't too into the DS version of the song, but it sounds great in orchestral form. Yeah, I think it sounds better. It sounds so good as an orchestra, yeah. I think this one is very similar to Dragon Quest VIII in that, it's a night and day difference from, you know, going from MIDIs to orchestra, right? This is definitely one of those that benefits from getting the orchestra treatment. 8 and 9 definitely had the best music in my book. Anyone notice 9 in the beginning of the URL? Where? Oh yeah, IX. A lot of the aspects of the song here, like when it kind of like keeps one note sustained, reminds me of the battle theme of 10, which we're about to get to in a bit. Yeah, the orchestrated bit sounds better, for sure. But I would still say this as good. I still like all of these other battle themes better. But I don't dislike it as the one from Dragon Quest. It's not forgettable, right? You know, with Dragon Quest 7, yeah, it's in one ear and out the other. I forget it immediately. And then with Dragon Quest 9, I don't forget it. It's not my favorite, but, you know, it's good. It's just all right. But then moving on to Dragon Quest 10. Now, this one is a little silly. So there's two versions. There's the Wii and the Wii U one. I personally play this game a lot on Switch. I don't know if that's a difference. And of course, there's been expansions and updates for like God knows how long, for so many years now. So I don't know if there's like a different version of this battle theme now, but let's go ahead and listen to the Wii version because this originally came out on Wii, the MMO. Dragon Quest X, Melody of the Blade. So, I like to call this song the 1980s Rocky montage of the Dragon Quest soundtrack. Doesn't it sound like it? It sounds like Rocky Balboa, like training or boxing somebody, right? Like, you know? It kind of gets into Dragon Quest 9 territory, right? Dun, 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 with that kind of bounciness kind of thing, that typical Dragon Quest bounciness. It does sort of change into other things, but that opening, Rocky, you know? It just sounds like a sports montage from the 80s, and that's why it's so memorable to me. That, and, you know, is part of an MMO, right? And every battle has those songs, so it's not going to leave your head anytime soon. Yeah, definitely this sounds shittier than... It's good. Yeah, it really doesn't compare to the current Switch version. And even that one, I think, is like meaties. I'm pretty sure that one is not fully orchestrated or anything. It just has better samples. How about the Wii U? This is the one that... Yeah. Is this orchestrated? Sounds like it might be. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Here it kind of falls apart a little bit. It's like they had a really good opening melody and they didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know what to transition to, so just general, you know, just make up whatever melody you got, right? It feels like the Dragon Quest 7 theme in a way, where it kind of sounds like they're sort of coming up with stuff on the spot, right? It doesn't sound as deliberate as the opener, right? It has a really strong opening, but it kind of falls apart after a while. You know, very Dragon Quest 2, right? I don't know what the fuck to write, so just come up with like 7 different melodies and just fuse them together, right? Just like, just coming up with shit, you know? And just shoving it all together. As much as people love Sugiyama's music, a lot of it sounds like he kind of made it up on the spot. And then, okay, this sounds better. You see, that sounds a bit more structured. Oh, foreboding here. Dun dun. You see, here it's getting a little better. Like, that whole middle part was so, like, ass. And again, they didn't really know how to end it, so just, go back, da-da-da, da-da. Yeah, this song is kind of a mess, but I kind of like it. Dragon Quest X, do I like it better or worse than 9? Yeah, I know, I think it's around here with 7. There's very much that like impromptu, just come up with whatever kind of song. The opener is really strong. It has a really strong opening. but it kind of falls apart after a while, and it just doesn't sound as good. Okay, so this was in the orchestrated, the orchestral playlist, so I don't know if it sounds any different. Yeah, like even this part, it almost sounds like rising up, light of a burden. The Dragon Quest game we will never get. Well, maybe not in MMO form, but yeah. The theater rhythm Dragon Quest version is so different. Yeah, you say it's orchestral, but this is like the crappy Wii version, the one with MIDIs. Yeah, this is not orchestral. Yeah, 2012, this was like pre-Wii, Wii U, I guess. Before the Wii U version was the thing. Okay, so in terms of mainline Dragon Quest games, this video is not going to help me. So I gotta go and track down a version of Dragon Quest XI. Okay, so Dragon Quest XI is the newest game. This is the orchestrated version of Dragon Quest XI, but there's also the MIDI version. I got all of these tabs of all these other songs. Oh yeah, the boss battle team for Dragon Quest V. Da-dun. So exciting. This is the cover art for the PS2 game. So good. And I know that some people might not like the reverb. I love the reverb. It just gives it so much more presence. S tier. Yeah, sounds very, very good. My favorite Dragon Quest boss theme perfectly represents facing overpowering and devious enemies, which you valiantly fight against but are untimely not strong enough to defeat at the time. Represented in the music by the hero's part of the theme, the woodwinds. Being overpowered by the relentless brass section. It's a hugely effective and quite terrifying piece of music. Almost all other DQ boss themes are like a rallying cry to rise up, fight valiantly, and emerge victorious, but not this one. This theme says your best may not be good enough. Wow. What a... That's the most glowing Yelp review I've ever seen. Yeah, cool. The best regular boss battle theme. It really gives the feel that these monsters are not fucking around and will kill you if you fuck up. Yeah, it really does. Sounds great. Very threatening and fearful theme it is, yeah. Is also Dragon Builders too? I don't know that. Ah, there's one that just says Pancras. Oh. Papasu. But yeah, this is a great battle theme. I just wanted to show that one off. And then Dragon Quest 3, I think this is just like the final boss, and then here's this game. Where the hell? I gotta go find a DQ11 version. Alright, I think this is it. Yeah, here we go. The MIDI version. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, this one is fun. It's not as good as the other ones, but it's a fun theme song, and it's super stuck in my mind right now because I am so addicted to playing Dragon Quest XI, the Japanese version of my 3DS right now, and so I've been listening to this like MIDI version for quite a few dozen hours now, and yeah, it hasn't left my head, and so listening to it now, it just feels like it's a part of my body now, and I've been playing Dragon Quest XI's pretty much right alongside this version, and yeah, hearing it with the orchestrated version, the MIDI version. I mean, this one is good. Doesn't sound anywhere near as bad as, say, like 8, you know? But, yeah, it just doesn't compare to the orchestral one. It's still catchy. Da 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 da. Da da. So, I think... So, one of the biggest compliments that I can give to this song is that out of all the Dragon Quest themes, I mean, even the good ones almost sound like a jumbled compilation of different melodies. This one sounds the most structured and fluid out of all of them, right? They all say every single part of the song sounds like it properly flows from one little part to the other, right? Because, you know, you have some songs that go ba-da, 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 and then go ta-ta-ta, and then dun-dun-dun-dun, and then ba-ba-ba-da-da. Just, there's so many songs that just very abruptly go from one thing to the other, and it just sounds really distracting. And here, like, it just, like water, you know? Like a knife going through butter. Every little part makes sense here, you know? Dum, bum, bum. Yeah. After all of this time, Sugiyama is still improving and making songs that just sound... They're just so much better put together, right, than all the other ones. Come on, Barnacle Boy, to the boatmobile! It belongs in the Adam West Batman show. Pow, bam. The MIDI version is just fine. Yeah, it doesn't sound bad. A suspenseful version of a 2D Final Fantasy game? Thank goodness that the Switch version of the song exists, the orchestrated one. The game, newest installment in Japan's oldest, most beloved JRPG series. The music's budget $12. It wouldn't be bad if I didn't have to hear it during the whole fucking game. Well, welcome to Dragon Quest. Welcome to playing RPGs. Yeah, that sounds good. I like it. I think it's high up there. But before I put it on the tier list, this is not really going to help me anymore. I guess the only thing that's left is Dragon Quest Monsters, but we'll look at that a little later. Yeah, let's look at the orchestral version that also exists in 11S. Another game that I'm playing very actively right now. Yeah. This is just like the ultimate culmination of the song. This is what the song was meant to be from the very beginning, right? It just sounds so good. At the very least, this song should have been in Smash, and it's not. Just beat this masterpiece of a game. Let me just say, I'm glad it was my first Dragon Quest. Gonna attempt the post-game. Oh, good luck. DQ Games has a full symphonic version of most of their songs, and no, fuck you, you're getting MIDI versions? Yeah. It's because of money. He just wants people to buy the albums, the CDs, instead of, you know, hearing them for free in the game. The dragon when he goes on his quest. I don't know, I haven't played the game of. Yeehaw, we're in Smash, boys. Yeah, that just sounds so good. I love the beginning of the song. The battle ends before it gets to the other parts. The other parts we feel a little uneasy. It's a very playful, really, like, upbeat kind of song for a battle theme, don't you think? This is definitely a very song you hear in 11S. I thought I hated the song when playing the PS4 version. I knew this battle range was part of why I hated it. In general, the song you tolerate, but a song I really like. Is the freaking drums at the beginning that gets me every time? What drums at the beginning? God, this song is so good. I like it. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Well, I'm glad it's a good song because you have to hear it a million billion times in this 100-hour RPG. Dragon Quest 11, very good. I don't know if I put it on S tier, but I like it a lot. And obviously, like, the more I've been playing Dragon Quest 11 on 30S and on my PC, you know, even if, I think I remember not liking it as much as I do now. Is very much in league with Dragon Quest 4, because it's one of those that it grew on me and I warmed up to it over time. For sure. But let's look at the battle theme for Dragon Quest Monsters. I remember liking it okay. So my love for Dragon Quest Monsters started in the original Game Boy Color, and it wasn't because I grew up with it or anything. That's a recent game that I just barely got into over the last maybe like 1 or 2 years, and I fell in love with it in the same way that I fell in love with like Pokemon or whatever. I know there's all of these other versions, but it's mostly been the Game Boy game for me, and then the 30S remake. Again, Japan only, never came over here. There's a fan translation out there that you can patch a Japanese version of the game onto it. And it's very, very good, the remake. But I am very biased to this original Game Boy version. So even after all this orchestrated music, we're going back in time to the Game Boy all the way back again. Now, I like it. Yeah. A little slow, but it does an okay job. cool. Again, it's not the best, but... Not gonna be needing this anymore. Again, everything kind of makes sense, right? It's very uniform. It's good! I like it, but let's see. PS1 version. Oh, it sounds very low. I can barely hear it. I don't really like it. It sounds like the battle theme from 8, the crappy meaty version from 8. Boom bop boom bop boom bop boom bop boom bop boom bop. No thank you. How about Game Boy Advance? Oh. Evocative of the Game Boy version? Ooh, what's this sound? This is from Caravan Heart, I assume. Because there wasn't any, like, Monsters game other than that one in Game Boy Advance, I'm pretty sure. With Kiefer. Prince Kiefer is the protagonist. Sounds weird. Yeah, no. I haven't done DS. Okay, so this is more like the Joker series here. It's, in essence, the same song. Yeah, they're all the same song. Yeah, it's in concept the same thing, but... I don't know what to feel. I like the original Game Boy one out of all of these the most, I think. I don't know, man, call me a hater, but I feel like the song kind of gets worse and worse every time. I'm pretty sure the 3DS version isn't that bad. Yeah, this sounds alright. But again, the song in and of itself doesn't have a whole lot going on, you know? Ba-da-dum, 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 ba. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah, it kind of falls apart there. It just sounds kind of generic after a certain point. I think the Game Boy one still takes it for me. Yeah, because, like, the song already is pretty simple, right, in and of itself, so it just kind of fits the simplified chiptune-y Game Boy track. Where do I put it? I can't decide. Bomb, 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 boom. Those like fart noise bass sounds. I put on normal, I think. And of course, you know, there's something that could be said technically about like Theater Rhythm. Well, Theater Rhythm is just rehashes of all of these other songs, right? And I haven't played Rocket Slime enough, and I can't remember the music in it. And besides, we're just going for like the RPG battle themes right now. So there are... So right now, this is just like the original Game Boy version. Obviously, there's like the newer versions, like Dragon Quest Monsters 3 and stuff, and then like the 3DS remake of Monsters, but I'm not super into those. I think I would just put those on normal. You see, I'm gonna put the original Game Boy game on normal, but then I'm gonna put all the other ones, all of the other Monsters games on just normal. Because those newer versions, I don't feel like they're that big of an improvement. I would say they sound a little bit worse. DQM 1, 2, and 3. I'm pretty sure all three of them have the same battle theme. I've played through all of these. So, yeah. And then Dragon Quest Builders, that's also, again, just rehashed music from older games. There isn't anything original music-wise in that one. But there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, after hearing so much music, this video recording is like 2 hours. I wasn't expecting this to be so long, but hey, here we are. Okay, so let's recap the tier list. All of these games at the bottom are games that I either haven't played, because, you know, they're mostly just Japan-only releases, or, you know, is these games at the bottom that I have played, but they're games that just have recycled music, or, you know, they're not necessarily what I was looking for this tier list. And then we have the bottom tier, which is Metal Slime Fleas, which is basically just the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 theme. Which, I'm not going to blame them too harsh. This was their first and second attempt. They're very early on, really old NES games. They were very popular for their time, but, they were still kind of learning to walk before they could run. And you can see that happening with the normal tier, which these are the songs that are not necessarily bad songs. I don't hate them, but they got some weird stuff about them where, like, they're difficult for me to enjoy as much as the other ones, right? They're not as consistent. Some of these feel like they're kind of improvised and not very well thought out, right? Like the Dragon Quest 7 song, Dragon Quest 10, and the newer versions of the Dragon Quest Monsters theme that, because this is one of those rare cases where, like, the more you add to it, the less good it sounds. So, yeah, it's just odd. And I guess I would add the 3DS remakes of Monsters 1 and 2 on here too, because I'm pretty sure they just sound the same. And then you have the good category. Here's where these are songs that I am more than okay with playing on, like, some YouTube videos, like the 1 hour loop version of it, which is Dragon Quest 9 and Dragon Quest Monsters, the original Game Boy version, and then Dragon Quest 9 on DS. I kind of, saw a new face to this battle theme for Dragon Quest 9, because I was not expecting to get so much out of it by hearing it, right? And this is me after playing it for so long on DS, right? But you're focused on the battle and stuff, so you don't really listen to it, right? You hear it, but you don't listen to it. And so here, after just, like, giving it my full attention, there's a lot of dimensions to the song that I didn't notice before. And then you have the very good category. There's some surprising ones in here, like Dragon Quest 4, a game that I used to really hate when I was a kid, and now I've warmed up to it and I've liked it a lot. And I've given myself the chance to really listen to it, and then I've heard the orchestral version. I think, out of all of these songs, I think, Dragon Quest 8 and 4 really highly benefit from, the orchestral version here. It really makes them sound so much better. Dragon Quest Swords is the game that I'm not super familiar with. I have played it before, and I completely and entirely forgot about the battle theme. But it sounds really good. It's pretty much on the same level as, like, Dragon Quest 6 or something. It feels really epic and cool and adventurous. Dragon Quest 11, of course, is the current game that I'm playing right now very, very actively. I'm playing 2 different versions, pretty much, like, interchangeably, pretty much every day. The 3DS version of 11 is like my 90 minutes before going to bed kind of game. I always fall asleep playing to it, which is a compliment, not an insult. And yeah, it's great. Another one where, like, it just sounds amazing in its orchestral version. It's catchy, but not as epic or as memorable as the ones on the S tier, which is the Dragon Quest 3 theme song that has, like, a million different versions. You can like whichever one you want. I would say that maybe the NES version is really great, and then the orchestral version is also fantastic. Speaking of orchestral, the one soundtrack that I think, like, in its entirety, not just for the battle theme, but for the boss battle theme, for the village theme, for everything, the entire soundtrack as a whole, I think Dragon Quest 5 and Dragon Quest 8, both of these are absolutely phenomenal. I think if there's an even higher tier than this one, I would probably put Dragon Quest 8 higher, because that's just my personal bias. That's the one that I grew up with. That's the one that made me fall in love with Dragon Quest. And yeah, I highly, highly recommend that you guys listen to all of these soundtracks. You see, if Very Good is put on a loop for 1 hour, S tier is put on a loop for 100 hours, right? And despite Dragon Quest 6 not being the most beloved Dragon Quest game, I think the battle theme slaps. So yeah, there we go. That's my official tier list right here. I know I can save this as an image or something. Yeah, there we go. Save and download. Log in to save your tier list to your profile. No, just download the image. There we go. myimage.png is my little Dragon Quest music playlist. Obviously, we could talk more about the boss battles. We could talk about all of these games as games, as opposed to just one little battle theme from the whole thing. But those are pretty much my opinions on it. I can probably repurpose this list to make a Dragon Quest game ranking as opposed to just soundtrack ranking. But overall, there we go. I don't know why I decided to make this video all of a sudden. I guess I just got Dragon Quest on my mind. I've been playing nothing but Dragon Quest the entire time. There's so many different versions, right? Even if I want to play something like Minecraft, there's Dragon Quest Builders, right? If I want to play a rhythm game, we got Theater Rhythm. If I want to play a Musou game, there's Dragon Quest Heroes. If I want to play a mobile game, you got Dragon Quest Tact, right? It's like a Fire Emblem kind of thing. If I want to play Pokemon Go, you got Dragon Quest Walk, right? There's just, there's so many different Dragon Quest things for so many different genres. And then the RPGs in and of themselves already take up so much of my time, right? you want to play Pokemon, you got Dragon Quest Monsters, right? So the Dragon Quest got me covered in all aspects of life. Want to play an MMO? Got Dragon Quest X, right? So yeah, this whole franchise has just been on my mind for like the last few months. And so I've never really seen anybody like rank the battle themes and stuff, so I thought it'd be fun to do it. Obviously, the video is gonna end up being super duper long because this is unscripted, and I am listening to every single song. So yeah, it's a bit on the longer side, but this is not new for my channel. I've posted previous videos that kind of say that I'm not really worried about that kind of stuff right now. Obviously, the most marketable and shareable thing to do would be to have this video be like 15 minutes, right? But I'm fine with it being long. I can give myself some time to really listen to the songs and enjoy them and stuff. And yeah, but that's the tier list. Thank you everybody for watching. I highly encourage that all of you go and make your own tier list so that you tell me how wrong I am, How dare you put the Dragon Quest II theme on the bottom tier? He clearly supposed to be on the S tier, because that happens with every single tier list I've ever done. Every time I make a tier list, there's always one guy where, like, their personal tier list is, like, everything that I just did, but, like, flipped upside down, right? All of the best ones for me are, like, the worst ones for them. So, opinions. We all have them. But, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And, if you guys want to make your own, then go ahead. Make your own. I might make another one for these games as games and not just for the soundtrack. But, yeah, catch you guys next time. Thank you for sitting down and listening to me ramble about Dragon Quest music, because I love this franchise. Anyway, see ya. Bye-bye.